Luca, this is awesome!
Yeah, they got Papa Des! He's through, we're going!
Good.
Wow, look at that pass.
He's going for goal!
Yeah, Apostle! Wow, look at that pass!
Yes, he's breaking through.
Yeah, go for it! Whoa, look at that!
Oh, Luca, the energy is insane!
Yes, score!
Look at the pass!
He's breaking through. He's gonna score.
Oh, yes!
Luca, this is awesome!
Yeah, they got Papa Des! He's through, we're going!
Good.
Wow, look at that pass.
He's going for goal!
Yeah, Apostle! Wow, look at that pass!
Yes, he's breaking through.
Yeah, go for it! Whoa, look at that! One game!
Oh, Luca, the energy is insane!
Yes, score!
Look at the pass!
He's breaking through. He's gonna score.
Oh, yes!
Luca, this is awesome!
Yeah, they got Papa Des! He's through, we're going!
Good.
Wow, look at that pass.
He's going for goal!
Yeah, Apostle! Wow, look at that pass!
Yes, he's breaking through.
Yeah, go for it! Whoa, look at that! One game!
Leeds are still hurting from a rather limp defeat in the first leg, and that has left them in dire need of pretty much the perfect away day now. It would be ill-advised to suspect that they can easily turn this round. It's going to be a tough task, not least because of the boisterous and sometimes rowdy atmosphere which is here to greet them. In every sense, they are right up against it. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages.
Luca, this is awesome.
He's through. Go away. Wow, look at that pass.
Yes, he's breaking through.
So it's all stacked in favour of the hosts, the scoreline and indeed home advantage in this battle for a place in the semi-final.
Well, it's going to need a pretty big performance from the visitors, Peter, if they are to overturn this. They say every team is due for such a game or two in every competition, and it really is a case of now or never for them. A time for some of the bigger players in that lineup to stand up and clearly be counted.
So it's down to business here. Leeds were so disappointed to lose in front of their own fans in the first leg, and that means they have no option but to win. And the weighted pass. Luka. Decent looking ball. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Gets wrestled off the ball.
Luca, this is awesome.
Nicely controlled.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Yes, he's breaking through.
Look at the defender bombing forward. Lovely bit of skill there. Ribery. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic plays it backwards, and they'll try again. Up for the header! And he's found the net! Oh, the cross was inch perfect, and the header unerring.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Leeds have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Ibrahimovic goes looking, and that'll go straight through to the keeper. DeMarcos drives it forward. That's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Luca, this is awesome.
Wow, look at that pass.
Yes, he's breaking through.
Shot at goal! Ribery. Perisic. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Armini. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Well, that's where he wants it. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Played down the flank. Luka, who's set up one goal so far. And it's Ibrahimovic. Hulk. Ibrahimovic. Keeper's ball.
Luca, this is awesome.
Perisic battles to win it back. Ribéry. Armini. Foden. Rodri. And here's Ibrahimovic. He's got the shoots. Looking for a decent ball in. Now it's and the shot. Superb goal.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Leeds. And we hit half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Leeds go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion.
Look, this is awesome.
And we're already back underway here. He's had a look. Now it's Hulk. Ibrahimovic going for goal. And it's there!
He's breaking through.
And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Rodri.
Luka, the energy is insane.
Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Well, it's about time, isn't it? Only after he's just notched a third.
Perisic.
Luka, this is awesome.
Hulk. Perisic. And here's Muller. And here's Ibrahimovic. Hulk. And it's Ibrahimovic. Luka could try cutting inside here. Shapes to shoot!
Well, that is rather wayward. Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Out to the left it goes. It's a loose ball. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Jones. Pretty robust, but it's got the job done. And here's Aguero. Tries lifting it over. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Payet. Into the last quarter of an hour. Muller. Just brushed off the ball there.
This is awesome.
Keeper sends it forward. Foden. Out for a throw.
Yes, he's breaking through.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's Muller. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's come loose. Payet. He's in space and looking for options. Ferran Torres. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Now they can break here. Now it's Muller. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. And Seldy. Good ball, it's found its target. Ibrahimovic gets flagged offside. And that is that. Leeds have got it done, through to the last four, and evidently now believing in it. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to lose and see how things unfold. That eases the pressure on the strike.
Oh, what a goal! You stand for the ball! This is the best game I've had! Yes! Oh, my!
Oh, Luca, the energy is insane.
No, look at that! Oh, spots!
Yes, score!
Oh, bad pass! And the middle pass!
Going for it!
Look at the pass!
He's breaking through. He's gonna score.
Oh, yes!
Luca, this is awesome.
Yes, it's a Papa Tess! He's through! We're going!
Wow, look at that pass.
He's going for goal.
Lads,
Yeah! Yeah, Papa! Wow, look at that pass!
Yes, he's breaking through.
One, two, three. Yeah, go for it! 1, 2, 3, 4! Whoa, he got back!
Well, we have the most perfect day for you. A warm hello in every sense of the word. The sun is out and football has a special place on this most idyllic of days. A fixture ahead of us to which we've all been looking forward for so very, very long, and it means so very, very much. The scene could not be more beautiful. The pitch looks terrific. The players are ready to get started, and we cannot wait for the contest that lies ahead. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So this is round two between these two sides who have already met once this season. Looking for a decent ball in.
Luca, this is awesome.
That's a throw. Muller absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Ibrahimovic. Muller. Muller unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Leeds were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. And Seldy is charging up on the overlap. Now it's Ibrahimovic hits it! It's in!
Oh, Luca, the energy is insane.
Oh, high quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. Leeds break the deadlock.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
And here's Dele Alli, and here's it. Iheanacho! It's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Ivan Marcano. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Ibrahimovic. Clears it out of harm's way. Leicester contested that thriller-minute draw last time. Danger averted for now. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Cuadrado. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Marcano gets good distance on it. Cuadrado. Dele Alli did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. And it's Ibrahimovic. And he's there to hoof it away. Ribéry has created one goal already. Müller. Modric. Oh, good take in a good area. It's a great shot at goal! Leicester seem happy. And there's the end of the first half. What it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. It's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. The action has already resumed here. Changes made by neither side from what we understand. And now the breakaway. Now it's Ali. Iheanacho just brushed off the ball there. Looking to pass a pop! Yes, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Leicester get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Ibrahimovic. Good idea, just poorly executed. Ivan Marcano. Ndidi. Ivan Marcano. Sidibe. Ivan Marcano.
Luca, this is awesome.
Chorluka. Müller. And here's Ibrahimovic. Sidibe. And it's Dele Alli. Plays it out to the flank. And Saldi is the guilty party there. Up to meet it! Oh, what a lovely delivery, it deserved better.
In this game, you're always striving to gain an advantage or produce a little surprise element to things, and the quicker the delivery, I think, the more chance you have, and they should have done better there.
Müller. And here's Hulk. Chorluka. He's got away. A chance! Chance! The changes then in quick succession.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Luca, this is awesome.
Yeah, take that one like this. He's through. We're going.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Perisic has been found. Can he? Tries a shot! Oh, taken with style!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
This is quite a battle.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner. Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Luca. Iheanacho did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And here's Ibrahimovic.
For Luca, the energy's insane.
And he's there to cut it out. Has a goal! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it!
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Dele Alli! Try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Almost there, and the players can feel it. And the referee brings it to a close. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. Leeds leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, I just think that...
Luca, this is awesome.
Yeah, take that one like this. He's through. We're going.
Wow, look at that pass.
Guys, go for goal.
That's it.
Yeah, Apostle. Wow, look at that pass.
Yes, he's breaking through.
Whoa, yeah, go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, we got that. 3, 2,
Well, good day to you on a grey day here, which promises rain, but promises way beyond that what should be a really good game of football. The stands are packed here, people have done everything they can to get here. Indeed, the roads outside were pretty badly clogged, but I think most of the traffic issues have been settled, and indeed, I think most people have now got through the turnstiles and are well covered up against the elements, whatever they may throw at us over the next hour or two. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And it's Hulk.
Luca, this is awesome.
Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Tries to get it forward quickly. Now it's Lallana, looking to break out here.
Yes, he's breaking through.
And here's Muller. Forward it goes. Leeds have now gone 5 games without defeat here. Muller, it's got through, out to the right, up to meet it, it's in! What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Oh, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
So we have our breakthrough.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example.
This is awesome.
Sure, it's Muller! And it's Cuadrado. Leeds were relieved to hold on for a win last time round and go again now. Swung over, gets up to head it! And that's been levered clear. Looking for a decent ball in. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. To locate someone up front, plays it out to the flank. It's a loose ball. Payet. Chorluka. Chorluka goes on an adventurous run. Goes for the cross. Goalkeeper's ball.
Luca, this is awesome.
He's through the goalie.
That could spell trouble. And it's Lallana.
Oh, look at that pass.
Yes, he's breaking through.
Brighton seem happy to let their strikers roam out wide.
I wouldn't want that.
No?
No, well, my worry is that their main threat is being shifted out of contention.
Massive lead! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Things start. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. To review the first half.
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
The energy is insane.
Leeds go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. Well, the action has already resumed here. Hulk. Modric. Payet.
Luca, this is awesome.
It's got through to him.
He's through the
Great leap! Decent enough try.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Yes, he's breaking through.
Oh, good interception. Brighton showed a lot of spirit and fight in a bruising Derby Day stalemate. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Payet. Now the counter. Oh, they could break here. And that's sprayed out wide. Early stages of the second half, and still 2 between them. It's bounced out! It's in! He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great coaching positions.
Chance! Taken with style. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, that's brilliant from him. Such a calm finish. Just pick your spot, don't think about what the keeper's going to do, concentrate on what you have to do.
And that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Yes, he's breaking through.
And it's Lallana. Oh, that's nice. Muller is on the end of some really unwanted attention.
Yeah, Peter, and it looks like this defence will go tooth and nail to prevent him from getting another.
Luka, the energy is insane.
Hulk. And the finish! Danger averted for now. Let down by a lack of accuracy. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's on a plate. And here's Muller. Hits one! Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
He's got through. Big chance, corner. Turns and goes back. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Timely intervention. Defence has got rid of that.
Luka, the energy is insane.
And it's Hulk. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Quadrado. And here's Perisic. Hoists it forward. Has he found his man? Leeds get it back again. And that will be the final act. Leeds always look the more driven side, probably the better side, and nobody is arguing about the result. Your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Luka, the energy is insane.
Well, hello, good evening, and welcome to everybody who has joined us, regardless of where you are, or indeed what time it is with you all over the globe, as we bring you this most glamorous of clashes between two sides desperately chasing the right to contest the ultimate prize in club football. This competition has provided us with so much unforgettable drama since the first qualifiers began last summer, and I am certain there will be plenty more to come in the last few. It is semi-final day. Up to meet it! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get some...
Shot at goal! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Repelled by the keeper.
This is the best game of the
Timely intervention.
For Luka, the energy's insane.
Gets on the end of it. Chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Luka, this is also...
And it's Hulk.
Yes, he's breaking through.
What an adventurous run from a defender. Gets up to head it! He's missed, but not by that far.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Lobs it in gently. It's a brilliant interception. I guess for the visitors here, the thing they have to decide is whether they are happy to take a draw and
Yes.
play conservatively, or go all out and try and win it.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose from a neutral perspective, the latter would prove more exciting, certainly for us. But yeah, the former certainly a strategy which is just as valid here.
For Luka, the energy's insane.
That's a throw.
Luka, this is
Benfica seem happy to let their strikers roam out wide.
I wouldn't want that.
No?
Yeah, well, my worry is that their main threat is being shifted out of contention.
Hulk. It is deadlocked. And Saldi. Quadrado. Modric. And that's been won straight back. Modric. That's it out wide now. Still, rather frustratingly, it is 0-0.
For Luka, the energy's insane.
He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Quadrado. And Saldi in by a great leap! He's getting it all right!
And always such a great time to score. A brilliant boost before you head in for half-time, and you can guarantee that dressing room will be buzzing now.
Great header, made it look easy.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Leeds take the lead, 1-0.
He's just gone, and
Benfica have a free kick. Crossbar comes to the rescue. Well, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthroughs did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Leeds go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
Yes, he's breaking through.
Quadrado. And it's Hulk. Modric. Muller gets it out to the wing. Gets it, and now what? That really well taken goal. Muller.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
He's picked him out. How about a shot? Towering header! And that's caused a worry or two.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Luca, this is awesome.
He's through, we're going!
Let's go for goal.
Quadrado.
Look at that pass!
Yes, he's breaking through.
Hulk. And here's Muller. Payet. Goes for goal! Goal! 2 to the good. They have breathing space. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. And it was a brilliant setup and finish.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Returning it.
Has a hit! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Hulk. Modric. Quadrado. And Saldi.
Luca, this is awesome.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's through, we're going!
Hulk.
Let's go for goal.
Look at the defender bombing forward.
Wow, look at that pass!
Yes, he's
And out to safety. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he heaves it forward. Ball's out on the left now. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Gets it back. It's a decent ball. He's off on a marauding run. And the finish! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a good display of fighting spirit for me.
Benfica making consecutive changes here.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Could move up a gear here. Going through.
Luca, this is awesome.
And it's got through. Good challenge. Excellent challenge.
Let's go for goal.
Chorluka. And it's Muller.
Yes, he's breaking through.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Leeds, the win they wanted, a home win that sets them nicely for an away leg whose test will be altogether strong. Oh, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. You should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper, the traffic has been extraordinary, but the level of expectation is also very, very high. And these supporters who were queuing round the block for their tickets as soon as we knew the date of the fixture, well, now they can't wait for it to begin. And begin it will any second now. It's Ibrahimovic!
I can't speak highly enough of the keeper after that save. Can't stop thinking about it. Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Leeds were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Quadrado. Ribéry. Good clearance and very necessary. No goals as yet. Ribéry. Müller. Quadrado. Modric. And here's Müller. Oh, nice touch. What an adventurous run from a defender. Up to meet it! He's delivered all right! Ibrahimovic did well there. He was onto it in a trice.
That's just top-notch. Showed exactly why he follows it up every time. Keeper struggles to hold on to it. Ball breaks kindly. He's always about.
Leeds take the lead, 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Gets the better of his man. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. This could spell danger.
The energy is insane.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Leeds are the most prolific team in the league this season. Leeds are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Ibrahimovic hits it! And out to safety. Quadrado. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! It's gone a long way up and away. And he's there to cut it out. Son Heung-min. Floats one over. Neuer can claim that. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing.
Tries a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Quadrado.
Luca, this is awesome.
And it's Ribéry. And Saldi. He's in! Ibrahimovic, he's gone for it! And that has been clubbed away. Modric. And it's got through. It's a goal kick. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Ibrahimovic. It's pretty clear that he's being singled out.
Yeah, Peter, and it looks like this defence will go tooth and nail to prevent him from getting another.
Winks.
Luka, the energy is insane.
Son Heung-min looks to get on the end of this. Plays it out to the wing.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
It's good for goal.
Wow, look at that pass.
Aurier.
He's breaking through.
Yeah, go for it.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
And it's Ansaldi. Winks with the clearance.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Payet. And Saldi.
He's insane.
Hardly anything between the sides. And it's 1-0. Finishing line very much in sight now. Leeds looking odds on. It's Muller! We can get that clear.
This is awesome.
And it's Modric. It's a loose ball. It is just a question of running down the clock now. That looks a good towering header! And he's there to clear it. Payet. Timely intervention. Gets up to head it! This and in again! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a result which owed much to grind and graft, Peter, not the pretty.
Luka, the energy is insane.
Yes, go on. Going for it.
Look at the pass.
He's breaking through. He's gonna score.
Oh, yes.
Luka, this is awesome.
Yeah, they got Papa Des. He's through. We're going.
Wow, look at that pass.
It's good for goal.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, Apostle. Wow, look at that pass.
Yes, he's breaking through.